Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. Good morning. It is a morning, definitely morning. Definitely AM. Very, very AM. Waiting on the game to load here. We'll get going here. We're back. Playing some more. Maybe? Hang on. Wait for it. Am I going to have to go back to my title screen? I'm just going to go back to my title screen until this. I think it's loading in is what it's doing. I had this going just a second ago. But with the game loading in, it's got to load in. So we just got to wait for it. And waiting. And waiting. Good morning, Twitchy. Still loading. Still loading. It's probably loading all the bales I've got on the ground. I got a lot of bales. I'm not doing the bale challenge, but I've got a lot of bales on the ground. So just get ready for that one. Oh, it's still loading. Can I go to this screen yet? Let's see. I don't know if I can go to that screen and it'll show anything. Maybe it will. Maybe not. Maybe. Nope. Not showing it yet. I just had this working. I don't know why it's not working now. But it's not. Try it again. Oh, there it is. Now it's working. It's something to do with the loading process of the actual, game to make it work. Alright, so let's get in here. There we go. Alright, hey Shadow. Good morning, Shadow. Good morning. Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Alright. Let's head over here. We've got some stuff to do. Need to put in my establishing shot here. I hear the cows. Got another trailer. I've got the other truck that I had on the slurry tanker. So, let me do my little thumbnail. Kachiga, kachiga, chiga. Alright. Wait for, see if Fuzzy's coming in. If Fuzzy's coming in, I've got a truck for him too. But we are going to sell some silage this morning right away. Hopefully, maybe get a little extra cash to buy another combine. Let's go look at the silage prices. I'm hoping they'll still be the same as they were. Come on, get there. Where's the silage? There it is. Let's see. Not there. Yeah, right there. So we're gonna go to the Riverbend Market Sell Point, which is technically the Silver Run Farmers Market. So that's where we're gonna go. We could go to the warehouse. That's kind of down to the west of the farm, but I think it's harder to get to than the Riverbend Marketplace. So let's go sell some silage. Good morning, Fuzzy. Okay, you're good. You're good. I'll just hop in the other truck. I'll just keep refilling this one. I think I've got some more silage actually being processed over there. So we'll probably get a little bit of what's done over there. Need to bale that grass there. And our alfalfa might be ready again, but we'll look at that and once we get done with everything. We got a lot to do today. We've got soybeans to harvest today. We've got corn that we can start harvesting today. And it all depends on how we do the corn as to how much money we make here. So I'm going to sell this. I got to see, do I sell it here or is it the second spot? According to that, it's there. Yeah, it's got to be back there. We'll sell, let's see what we get for a full truckload of silage here. So how's everybody's morning? I'm gonna open up a Dr. Pepper while we wait on this to sell. It's good stuff. Dr. Pepper it touches your soul. Alright, so we made 59,000. That's not bad. Good morning, Adam. How's it going? So we made 59,000. I have a feeling we're probably going to have to dip into the loan a little bit. I really would like to chaff the corn. It's probably harvest time for the corn, so we might harvest a little bit of it, but I really would like to do the chaff part. But if we can't get to that point, we'll just harvest it. Okay, let me go grab what's in the silage maker over here. I think we've got about 100 and something thousand liters over here. Let's see, silage, yeah, 153,000. I'll go ahead and get this out of here. I do have alfalfa, grass, and hay in here so far. If I made alfalfa hay, I could put that in there, and then if we had chaff, I could put chaff in there. So we've got the regular alfalfa. I haven't put any in the dryer down there. I guess I could get all that going, but and then I do want to leave a little bit. I think we'll have enough though for the cows, so we got quite a bit in here. Let's see, yeah, we've got another 500 and something thousand in here, so I'll sell a few more loads of it. Plus I got that truck right there, that truckload. Alright, I'm gonna go sell this load. Probably should go get that MacDon. He's almost in the river down there. Can't really see him all the way down there because it's so foggy down yonder. No, he's not. He's there, but he's not in the river. To him and see where he's at. Yeah, he's close to it. So I need to come pick this grass up. I need to go over here and check on the alfalfa fields. If they're ready to go again, we'll cut those again. Alfalfa. And I need to fertilize and plow this field up. Harvested the peas out of it. Can I fit across this railroad crossing? I do not have to detach. And is the alfalfa ready? Yep, I think it's ready. Usually if you can see the purple tops of it, it should be ready. We do 2. Uh-oh. I heard the Sasquatch. He still lives in the western woods. Alright, got that load sold. Let's go grab another one. Good morning, welcome in. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get that all the soybeans harvested up there today. And then we can move on to the winter again. Boy, that's laggy. That wasn't a save either. I wonder if that's just the farm lagging like that. I don't know. Kind of lagged while I was turning there. That's filling. This guy's cutting the alfalfa. I have mowed and baled in many, many places in Riverbend Springs here. Got a little partial load of bales there. Got some trees down there. There's our current combine. It's sitting in the sorghum. I left it up here in the sorghum field. We're just going to switch it right over to the bean harvest once we get ready to go. Alright, let's see how much we got left. 200 and... It's not really a full load, so I'll probably sell this load and then take that truck down there and sell it, and then I'll take these trucks up there to that bean field we've got up there, and we'll see about getting another harvester. We're back to the point where we've got a lot of wood chips to sell. We've got double the wood chips as we did last time, so should make a little decent bank off of that. And then we're gonna buy some land. Alright, while this guy's selling, I'm gonna go grab the other truck. I did have to put the long frame back on here to run these. I tried these with the short frame, and these trailers, they just don't work with that short frame. So put the long frame back on it. Best part about Stevie's trucks, they don't have like a weight mass to them. So these little cab over trucks, it doesn't push them with a full load. A lot of times, even just trying to take just a small trailer with these, it pushes these cab over trucks. Like you cannot like set it straight like that and just kind of let it go. it literally pushes the truck left or right really, really bad. So that's one plus about Stevie's trailers like this. They don't do that. Alright, let me move this truck. Park it over here. That load. We might have enough. I mean, selling the silage might be enough to pay for the header. Well, it will be, and then some. We could probably get the header and maybe like the corn header. But we're probably still going to have to dive into the loan, so... Alright, I'm going to take these guys across on the ferry. And look, it's here. It's on this side. Yay. Gotta have enough room to fit both of them on here. Wish we had time to stop into the Central Cafe. I could get me a cup of coffee and maybe get some sausage and bacon and eggs and pancakes and hash browns and waffles and... Did I say bacon? Because I like bacon. Maybe get a donut. I would probably shoot for a dozen hot glazed donuts. Be a better shot right here. If I can zoom out. Can I zoom in? I don't know if I can zoom out. I think it's because it's moving. I can't. Oh, everything's moving. Oh no, what's going on? What? What's happening? Oh, what happened? What? I need an old priest and a young priest. This... I don't know what I did. I was up here. I was standing right here. And I tried to zoom in and out on myself. That was a little... That was a little scary. I'll be honest. I was a little afraid for my life. Still am. Okay. Let's get you guys off of the ferry. Okay, we're not going to do the ferry anymore with trucks like that. I don't know what I did there, but... Yeah, we won't do that again. I'll come back for the other truck. Dude, it turned into... what was that movie? With the trucks? Was it like Maximum Overdrive? You guys remember that movie from the 80s? I think AC/DC did the soundtrack to it. The trucks were alive. Gotta climb the mountain. All these fields are up here on the mountain. Whoa, turn truck. Yeah, that happened with you in the bale trailer last week, didn't it, Fuzzy? Is that kind of how it looked? It's like the trucks were alive. And they were trying to jump ship on the ferry. There's our sorghum field. We got that harvested already. They planted wheat over here in this big field, so that'd be nice to have some, sometime in the future. And I'm just gonna park the trucks right down here. Kind of like this. Uncover that one. Grab this truck. Yeah, that was a little scary going across the ferry with these two trucks like that. I kind of want to do the Sweet Brown quote there. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. I need to farming simulator it up a little bit. Well, I put both trucks on the ferry. And then all of a sudden, I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, they're alive." They were trying to jump ship on the river. And then I got scared. I ran for my life. Good morning. How's it going, E-Rock? Is it Eric? It's spelled E-Rock, but I don't have my eyeball. It says it looks like E-Rock. Sounds like a rock station, like you'd hear on the old radio. You're listening to E-Rock 513, the hit of classic rock. Chilling before work. Awesome, awesome. Alright, now I've got to find the grain cart. There it is. So this grain cart, I traded in our little J&M grain cart for this one. Our little combine does not like this grain cart. There's not really a whole lot in grain cart terms as to what, kind of meets our needs. The Stevie ones are really great. That's the one I have. I don't know if that one would be any better. They're kind of the same thing, though. The only difference is you can do the 6 wheels on this one. I just put tracks on it. I kind of wonder, I think it's the combine. The combine doesn't like the larger grain carts like that, so not really. There's really only 3 carts, but I have a feeling even the in-game carts probably be the same way with that combine. I really didn't have any problems with the J&M though. Just doesn't have the capacity that we need. I'm surprised Stevie hasn't done a J&M one. So, but I can make this work. It just pushes this little tractor. Better with the tracks. I had the wheels on it, but I put the tracks on it. May in the future have to invest in a larger tractor, something like the 9R or the 9RX. One of the articulated ones. I think it's just the size and mass of this one that kind of push it. It pushes this little 8RT around. This is not the 9RT, this is the 8RT. Wonder if it would do better on the 9RT. See how it kind of pushes me? Like when I turn, that does the same thing with the trucks. You know, that's what I was talking about with the trucks, but kind of what it's like. You turn just a little bit one way and you know, it just keeps going, it keeps pushing you in that direction. It keeps turning you. I guess I could dive into the loan and get a bigger tractor to go along with it after we get the combine. Let me see, let's go ahead and get our combine, I guess, first, and then we'll see where we can get going with this. Is there anything on sale? That would be nice. If there was something on sale. Nope. Alright, let's get our combine first. Let's see how much it's going to cost us. So we want the S7 by Stevie. Gives us a little more horsepower there. Do the Michelins. I don't think, can we do? You can't do wheels on this one. I wonder, can you do them with the treble board? Nope. Is there any brand you can do wheels with it? Like front duals? Nope, that's it. So we just, you have to decide which one you want, and then they're all tracks. So I do like the wide ones better, so we'll put the wides on there. We'll do the US. Am I Dreaming is huh? What? Big dog? Am I Dreaming is John still? I would assume John is probably still dreaming. That's quite a question there. But yeah, I would assume John is still dreaming. Am I Dreaming is John still? I don't know. Oh, John is still streaming right now? This early in the morning? Is he awake? I gotta go check this out. Did he just leave that like hired out? Oh, he's running on course play. He just left the stream going. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So he's probably in bed. I'm thinking I guess he just left everything going and he is He's probably dreaming. He's probably dreaming of all that cotton. All right, so let's see, 120. I think 120 is the way we're gonna go. Yeah, because you can't go any higher than that. So we'll do 120 with this rig. We'll keep the color and we'll get rid of the plate. So how much is that? $396. We have the cash for that. I'll probably have to dive into the loan to get the header. And if I get another tractor. One down here. There it is. So let's get a header for that. How much money we got? Yep, we're going to have to dive into some loan. Let's go ahead and get to 200 here because I know it's going to cost 100 and something for the header. So you could go with the in-game deer headers, but I want to go with a MacDon header, and I'm pretty sure, I know the 15.2 meter header would work, but I'm pretty sure the 16 meter header would work too. And we've got a MacDon 16 meter header. That one right there, I'm pretty sure that will fit it. I'm going to change these colors up a little bit here. So we'll do the John Deere for that, and then we'll do the yellow, John Deere yellow for that. That looks good to me. So that's 148. All right, I'm not even going to take the ferry. That was a very experience for me. Oh boy, there's a save. You know what? Just for testing's sake, while I'm here, I'm going to make sure that this works. Because this is the 16 meter head. Combine. Should work. Just need to put the pipe out just to make sure that we've got plenty of room out there. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure that'll work. It'll be close, but I think it'll work. I think it's the 15.2 meter, that would only be just slightly shorter, but I'm pretty sure that would work. So we'll go with it. Morning, Tomcat. I had to cut that tree on the corner right there. I got tired of not being able to see down this road, you know. Getting ready to turn down it and not being able to see traffic coming in and stuff like that, so. Yeah, you can see all the bales. I mowed everywhere. Where there's a field and it's got grass in between them, there's probably bales out there. It's gonna take some time to pick up all them bales. But hey, that's, you know, grass that we can make into hay. That's grass that we can take and put into the silage maker. A lot of stuff you can do with the grass. Should be a field road right here around this field. How many bills do you think you have out there? I have lots of bills. I have electric bills and water bills and buffalo bills, and I really don't have that many dollar bills. But how many? I'm assuming you probably meant bales. How many bales do you think you have out there? I have no idea. Wonder, does that show that on the thing now? Where would that be at? Is that still only in single player? Where it tells you all the information, like bales made and stuff? Yeah, I have no idea. It's not, I don't think it's in multiplayer. There's sold bales, but I don't think it tells you how many bales are created. This is mainly just like a price thing there. It's under, what is that called? Starts with an H. There's a page that starts with an H. Oh, I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue, too. Or maybe it doesn't start with an H. Maybe it starts with an S. Statistics? Or what is it? I'm just drawing a blank here. What is the name of that one page that I think is only in single player? Like career mode. Oh. I need another sip of Dr. Pepper for that. I don't know. Statistics. Is it statistics? Yeah, it tells you how many bales you've created, how many trees you've cut. I'm gonna have to adjust this header. Order beans. Maybe about right there. I'll look at it after I get it going here. I feel like I should head down the road a little bit. Probably should have went on down there. I don't think there's any traffic on this road. Not this early in the morning anyway. We got beans. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control. Yonder power we're supplying. It's electrifying. 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 Start this down here. Should give me a field. Yep, there we go. So let's do 16 meters is correct. Let's do 2 inroads. And then we'll start with the headlands. That looks good. Alright, let's go from there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the other guy going. Just let him run up and down the field. The little guy. Oh, there he is. Let me take him down here on the opposite side. This guy almost needs fuel. I'm probably going to have to get a fuel tender. Bring up here. There's not a gas station up here anywhere that I remember. Not this far north. Closest gas station I think would still be back down there in Riverbend. Yep, got bales up here too. Alright, so we want to put this and fold it. So we want to do the same. Do we want to do the same? Let's do the same 2 headlands. It's not going to be about the same width, so we may have to go back and get some more. But if we do that and don't work the headlands and let the big guy do the headlands, we just go ahead and do 3. No, I'll just do 2, and then we'll cut a little bit of what he's not cutting. All right, that's what we'll do, and we'll just let this guy run straight lines. All right, let me go back down to the shop and get a little more loan for another tractor. We want to, I think we want to get probably a 9R, and I may swap the tracks back out on that too. Put the wheels back on it. It just pushes this tractor. It's just, you would think this tractor could handle it because of the tracks on it, but it doesn't really. Not at all. Okay, how much do we need for just a 9R? That's probably, yeah, that's definitely cheaper than the 9RX. So 9R. Put a big engine on it. Yep. And then Michelin tires. And then we'll do the duals with the weights. Make it a US one. I think we can do duals on all of them. That's it right there. It's not actually normally it's the one, you know, it's the last one in the whole thing there. But it's not. Front weight? Yeah, sure, we'll do a front weight on there. We'll keep the 3-point on there. Take the plate off, so that's going to be 658. So we're looking at 700,000. So let's take out some loan. A little bit at a time, as always. Might as well go to 7. to the shop. Alright, 9R. Big engine. That's what costs the most money. That's where the price really jumps up from 400,000 to 624,000. Because that's 152.5. Put the big engine in it. And the wheels is another, with the weights on all of them, is another 30 grand. The front weight on there for 2 grand. We'll leave the 3-point on there. Otherwise, you know, it's just a cultivating / plowing tractor. And we want to take the plate. No, don't lease it. Change the plate. There we go. No plate. Alright, $658.8 for this tractor. I feel we need it though, I really do. So let's do that. Alright. And then I'll go modify this. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the tracks off of it. Change this up. I would do the 6 wheels on it, but I'm probably just going to do the duals. Yeah, I'm just going to do duals on it. Capacity, we'll leave the capacity the same, yeah. Hey, that didn't cost us any money either. Swap that back around. Do you know if there is any collections on this map? I do not know. I don't think so. I would have thought I had seen some by now, but I'm pretty sure there's not. What were they in the base game for Riverbend Springs? There were little orbs over on Huntan Pantai. We had the little wood carvings over on Silver Run. What did we have on Riverbend? I think it was like junk, wasn't it? Like little stuff to go in the... It was little stuff to go in the museum thing down there, wasn't it? Like old junk. You know what? There's... I don't even remember where it was all at, but if Mr. Stevie did put those in here and it's the same stuff... I wonder. Let me go down here and look, because if the museum needs to be done, where's that at? It's right down here, isn't it? Oh, it does need to be done. I wonder. You needed to collect the junk for this place, right? You had to bring materials to it too, but you had to collect like the old antique stuff. Well, I remember where there was one. We're going to pass by one of the places that did have one of the collectibles. So let's answer that question. Are there any collectibles on this map? And please don't let my tractor go crazy. I'm going to get back in it. East be your journey, sir. Cool runnings. I don't know why that did that a while ago. I was standing outside of it. Maybe that's why. I think they did release a note about that, about something about going across the ferry, stay in your vehicle. Or isn't there a sign on here that says stay in your vehicle when crossing the ferry? not safe to cross the ferry and not stay in your vehicle. Alright, so there's a little shed up here that had a collectible in it. And then there was another little collectible down in the barn down at the sunflower farm. Alright, so this shed right here, this is the one down at the base of the hill. This had something in it. Now I'm gonna pull up my help menu. Oh, there are collectibles on this map. Looks like you get 10,000 per collectible. I did not realize there were collectibles on this map, so there are. So we've got the one in the little shed. I'm glad you said that. So there are collectibles. Looks like it's probably going to be the Riverbend collectibles that you build to make that museum place down there. Guess we need to go collectible hunting. They're probably in the same locations as the base game. But hey, 10 grand per collectible, that ain't bad. Let's see, the big combine has already come around here. Let me see if I can go catch up with him here wherever he's at. Is that him or is that the little guy? It might be him. Yeah, little guy's already cutting on the inside there. Yep, I got bales in between here. Everywhere. Bales everywhere. You get a bale. You get a bale. Everybody gets a bale. Oh boy, this might be, maybe I should have gone with the smaller header. Yep, nope, he's gonna stop. Come on, guy. We're good to go. You're good. It'll work. Come on. I need to put this down to 6 though, I know that. Maybe the 15.2 was like the maximum. Yeah, I'll probably have to trade that in for the 16.2 then. Or not 16.2, 15.2 meter. Although he's emptying like this right here, it's like if you can get it right in there, fit the header in between the rear wheel of the tractor and the front wheel of the grain cart, it kind of works. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a longer pipe on that combine, yeah. I don't think we have that option though. I'm gonna have to slow down. And then speed up. Alright, let's see how he does with the little guy. Oh, I'm gonna hit him, Yep, I hit him. I'll downsize that to the next one down in this MacDon pack is a 14.5, but there is the 15.2, and it says that the 15.2 will fit that one, so we might try that and see. Got them emptied at least. But yeah, as far as the headers go, there's a 15.2 in-game MacDon header, and you have the John Deere 15.2. So 15.2 might be like the maximum for these combines. If you go to that other MacDon pack, there's the 16 that we bought. The next one down is 14.5. So I think the in-game 15.2 probably would work better. Maybe putting this thing back on tracks would be better. Because those wheels, they do stick out quite a bit. I might put this back on tracks. This back on tracks. I think that'll make it lower and not as wide. Free to go back and swap back out to the tracks. So good there. Good to go there. Oh yeah, that takes a lot of the width of the tires off. So now all I gotta do is worry about the grain cart and not have to worry about the tires sticking out. That should be a lot better. Yeah, they planted wheat over here. They planted wheat back there in that really big field. A little bit better. Please don't be picking cotton. Please don't be picking cotton. Well, if you go over to John's channel right now, he's I think he's still picking cotton. He's been burning the midnight oil. Rather the Courseplay has, but he must have a lot of cotton to harvest. Yeah, I'm about to get that smaller header. That's just not gonna work. So I guess I could go get the 15.2 one. How much is that? You know what? Let me go look. I don't even know how much it is. So if we got the in-game MacDon, 15.2, there's two of them. Which one? Well, that's the case. So we don't want the case. That's the 12. 15.2 MacDon. Can't do exactly the same color configurations with it, but we can change this. Make that green. Why is that not green? It turned yellow. Why did it turn yellow? I selected green. Well, if I select yellow, will it turn green? Nope. Maybe it needs to be that green. Oh, it's that green. Okay. That's weird that that turned yellow. Yeah, we'll go with that green. So that's 147. I'm going to take more loan out to do that. And I'll sell that other one back. $10 or 11 hours now? Wow. What's the cutoff for Twitch? When did he start streaming? He started streaming yesterday afternoon, right? Isn't there like a cutoff? Is it 24 or 48 hours? All right, MacDon 15.2. Yes, we want the wheels. Yes, we want the US design. And then we want that green. Is it 24 hours? I don't know. Oh, Twitch can be up to 48 hours. Okay. Right, I'll bring that other header up here with this tractor. And we'll take the long way around. For the cutoff, I don't know. It's either 24. It's either 24 or 48. I think it's 24. Like for continuous. He's been on for 17. I know that it didn't used to be, they changed it, you know, after some stuff happened. And they changed the, like the cutoff for how long you could do it. Like consistently. Or not consistently, constantly? Is it constantly or maybe it is consistently? Like for, you know, given time. Oh, dude, I can adjust that on this. So if you're hooked up to this thing on a tractor, like with a trailer, you can adjust the header. Oh, that's funny. Oh, wait, I guess you could adjust that if you're on the fly with it, with the combine, too. So if you don't want your pipe to hit the header thing, you can just put it down and good to go. Continuous stream time on Twitch is 48 hours. Okay, Jeff has the answer. $48 hours. I couldn't stream for 24 hours. I mean, you guys would meet Zombie Matt if I streamed for 24 hours. I'd be like, grains. Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Grains Arcade. Give me your grains. I have to make my best walker sound. And I'm not talking about Texas Ranger. You have to get the sound just right. You have to get the gurgle just right. You have to get the breathing just right, you know. You watch The Walking Dead, it's like let's see. Something like that. You see me doing it? No. You can dream, but no. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here, and then I'll swap that out when he makes another round. Oh, he got done with the alfalfa. Let me move him over here to this other field. I haven't cut this other field yet, so we'll see how he does. Cut this little one, but not with it merged together like I did. Looks good though. Looks like it's gonna work. Yep, curves around that way. We'll definitely have some more alfalfa. Dave! Right as I'm panning around with the guy here, we decided to hit an autosave. Alright, he's down there. Where's the little guy? There he is. Yeah, looks like I might need to come and offload him. Go this way. You have faith in me. Oh. Well, you better get me a 20-ounce Dr. Pepper Zero instead of just my little, what are these? What are the cans normally? They're like 8 ounces, 12 ounces, something like that. Hang on. Let me kind of darken here, so let me turn my fire. 12 ounces. 12 fluid ounces. 355 milliliters for you guys over there across the pond. Well, these are 12 ounces. I can get me a 20-ounce Dr. Pepper Zero. No, it's not a 16 ounce. 16 ounce would be like the tall cans. I don't even know if they make the big cans like that in the Dr. Pepper Zeros. Just get you a 6-pack of 20 ounces. It's funny you should say that. I get the 6-pack of the bottled Dr. Pepper Zeros. That's what I take to work. But I can't remember if they're 20 ounces. I don't think they're 20 ounces. I think they're 16.9 ounces. If I remember right. I think they're 16.9. Yeah, see how this... I think it's just this combine. It does not like these unless you get right on the edge like that right there. If you get on the edge, you're okay. You gotta living on the edge. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. get a. That's what I usually get. I get like the six pack of the bottled Dr. Pepper Zeros, and I think they're 16.9 ounces per bottle. That's what I take to work. Because, you know, you can put the lids, you can screw the lid back on them, and then if they get knocked over, they don't spill or stuff like that. Cans, can't really reseal them. Once you open them, they're open, unless you get like a special little, I've seen the little plastic cover things you can put on the thing, on the tops of them, but that's more trouble than it's worth. Might as well just go ahead and get the bottles and call it a day. Yeah, get a couple pizzas, yeah. Pizzas are good. Pizzas are life. Alright, here comes the other guy. I'm guessing he's coming back down here to hit this little strip and do his second pass on the outside there. He's on his way though. And then I think the plan, once we get the soybeans cut up here and we get our wood chips sold this winter, probably just go ahead and start buying the fields, the lands where we can like merge a lot of them together. So obviously up here, you know, we've got these remaining fields up here that we don't own. And then we have the sorghum field, and then probably merge these three, get these three fields and merge them together with this one, and then merge this one with that one and this one with those. So that would make a really nice size field right there. That might have to be our cotton field. We might do cotton up here. I don't know. We could do cotton either up here or get these fields over here and do cotton. There's a highway that cuts through these though. Because there's the spinnery right there. I think that would be an okay, that would be a good field to have cotton in because it's big. And then you can make it a little bigger. You can get those woods right there and kind of cut into them a little bit too. And even over here, I think you could probably cut into maybe some of those woods right there too a little bit. So those would be good. Those would be good for cotton. Because again, the spinnery right there. Oh, am I blocking him? Yep. It doesn't matter. Every time he's going to stop because I think he's just... That one's just too big. I think the X9's pipe's about the same. It's got about the same kind of length on it. So probably do the 15.2 header on it as well. I think once we get to the end of this pass, I'll go ahead and go swap it out. See if this one's any better. I just want to look at this again. So that's where the pipe comes to on the 16 meter header. Really close. Alright, there's the 15.2. It's still really close, but it might be better. Can you adjust the thing? I don't know if you can't adjust this thing on this, can you, on the combine? It looks like it's got a thing on there. It's doing the header. Let me disconnect the header. Is that it? There it is, that's it. So you can't adjust that. But I think it comes like that, so. I don't know, that's still really close. We'll see how it works. If nothing else, I would have to downgrade this to like the 14.5. Because we do have, the next one down would be the old 45-foot headers, which would be the 13.7. We'll see how this works. We can sell this one back because we know this one doesn't work. Alright, let's see if this works any better. Now, that didn't really work any better. If he would auto adjust his thing, his chute. Yeah, if he would put his chute out like that. I don't think he'll keep it like that though. Unless I can just do that ahead of time and maybe he'll keep it like that. I think it's gonna go back to default though, maybe. Maybe not, maybe it's gonna stay out there. Nope, he's still gonna stop. And I'm not blocking his way at all. There's plenty of room between me and him. I may have to go with a 14.5 meter header. It totally says that it'll work on those though. Go back into the shop here. So even the in-game S7, click on that. It shows you can do the 10.7 meter header, you can do the 13.7, which would be the 45 foot, or you could do that one, which is the 15.2. But the MacDon, it should work with the MacDon header too. So here's Stevie's. This is the one we got from Stevie. It should say the same thing. Yep. It's got the 15.2 meter header there. And then the 13.7. We do have a 14.5 that we could use. I wonder if I click on that, what does that say? See that? This doesn't say. I wonder if that, maybe that has something to do with it. Because this says it's compatible with the big New Holland CR11 and the AF11. Maybe it's just not compatible with the Deer. That one, the 15.2 MacDon. So if we wanted to go 15.2, we'd have to go with the Deer header. Maybe. I don't know. It still might not work. I think if they were the same width though. Let's see. Where? So there's the 16 meter we had. We know that one didn't work. The 15.2 is not working. So the next one down would be this 14.5. So it's the 13.7 or maybe the Deer 15.2 would work better. I don't know. No, the Combine doesn't have a pipe. The Combine doesn't have a pipe extension. There's the in-game one. There's no pipe extension for this one. You can change it between US and EU. That doesn't change the pipe length. Stevie's Combine doesn't do that either though. So here's his S7. There's no pipe extension there. I wonder about the X9. Well, there's two designs for the X9. Yeah, see, the X9 would probably work with that 15.2. Because it's got a short one and a longer one. Wonder if Stevie's does. Where is Stevie's X9? That it? There it is. Yeah. See, it's got the little extension on the pipe for the X9, but not for the S7. So probably have to go with the, if we want to get the maximum width out of it, the 15.2s do not work. Unless you use the deer header. The downside to the deer header is you have to have a header trailer, and I'd rather just have the MacDon where you can just fold the wheels out. Don't have to fool with the header. You can just, wherever you stop at in the field, disconnect your header, unfold your wheels, and go. With the header trailer, you have to go back to wherever you parked it at. So I say we go with the 14 and 14.5 out of the MacDon pack. It's a little bit of a step down, but I think it'd work better. Alright, let's go with that. That should do better. Alright, let me go empty the little guy. Oh, there's a save. Here comes Fuzzy. Fuzzy, if you want to come get this 8RT up here and go back to the shop and get that 14.5 meter header and bring it up here, we'll swap it out on the S7. Yeah, soybeans is your best bet. It's the easiest thing to do, and you get the pretty big bang for your buck out of the soybean price if you sell it at the right time of year. And most of the time it's going to be like the latter part of June to sell soybeans. That's when you'll get the best price. It all really just depends on what you want to do. I mean, there's the other crops, you get higher yields out of them. Oats are a good one because you get the byproduct of straw that go down with oats. Depends on if you want to pick the straw up and sell it, separately or whatnot. If you don't want to mess with straw, beans are your best bet. Beans, you just plant them, harvest them, store them until the right time of the year, and then sell them at the right time, and then it's a cash crop. So Yeah, that's good advice there too, Big Al. Contracts are good money, and if you're on a map that has larger fields, you know you'll get good money back on those contracts. Contracts kind of get you established where you can at least get some equipment of your own. Start doing your own stuff. Alright, let's see if this does better. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. That should be way better. Probably just have to reset my thing to the new size. Alright, now let me go get the grain cart. If I can find it. Oh, Fuzzy's in. Yeah, go ahead and empty him. Let's see if this works any better. It seems to be working somewhat better. He's not stopping like he was. It's safe, we can probably sell this one back. Come back and get this skipper. No, I don't think it's the grain cart driver. For some reason, it probably has to do with this right here. So when you look at the lines on the header, I think the other headers where their line got, even the spout, he's done put the spout back down kind of more straighter than it was. I think the wheels on the back part of the tractor there, or maybe it was the framing on the grain cart. I mean, there was clearly, I mean, you could walk between the grain cart and the header, but the collision set up on the header versus the grain cart was, I think, too close. So, but it's a lot better with this one. And that's what your beacons look like when you go into that mode. That's like a high-tech rave right there. You know what that means. Means it's time for orange soda. Good morning, Yeti. How's it going? I just put them in the silo for right now. We haven't got the methane going yet, so yeah, just put them in the silo. All right, I'll go ahead and go take that. Gaming, good morning. Welcome in. I don't think we're gonna need another truckload up there. I'm just gonna leave that there. Well, this thing is skipping a lot. I'm hoping that just has something to do with the fact that we changed header sizes. It automatically detects it to 14.5. I may have to go a little smaller on that. It's definitely leaving skippers. Kind of figured it would over here because this is where we changed the header size, but he left one right there. I'm wondering if we'll have to adjust. We'll have to adjust the size of the header to match up better with the field. I remember we had to do that with a corn header back in the day. I think it was supposed to be 12 meters, I think is what the corn header was supposed to be, and then we had to adjust it down a little bit for it to not leave skippers. Let's see if he does it again here. Yep, he's still leaving a skipper there, too. Wondering if, because it's auto generating it at 14.5, which should be accurate. The only thing I'd really need to adjust is that right there, probably. I don't think changing the angle would make a difference. He's still gonna miss. Well, that might have fixed it. Morning, Trent. Nope, he's still missing. Alright. So here's what I'm gonna do. Actually go in and look at that header. So it's that one right there, 14.5 meter. Say the next one down is a 13 meter. I'm wondering if maybe that should be like 13.7 instead of 14.5. You know, like a 45-foot header. And I'm just going to take it down and see if it is. So he's definitely going to skip that line. He's still missing. I would say maybe go with this, but the problem is this one doesn't have, this one you still have to have the, this one you still have to have the header cart. Man, it sure does skip. It's leaving a lot of skippers in the field. About ready to give up on the MacDons. We know that the big ones work. But we can't be having them leaving skippers like that. That's leaving crop in the field. This thing may require the deer headers. We may just have to say, hey, look, we got to do the deer header. So that would mean either the 45-foot header. I'm really hesitant to try the 15.2 again. Because there really wasn't enough room. I would say probably go with the 13.7, the 45-foot header for this X9. See something here. I'm gonna take him off of hired worker. So 14.5. I'm gonna take that to 90. That takes off, if you notice, that takes off the curve at the west end of the field down there. Yeah, it looks like the lines don't line up with the header. I'm looking at the line there, and it looks like where the actual lines are versus the physical part of the working part of the header, this goes over that line this way, so it's harvesting one more row over this way than the line actually says it is. But when you look at this side, that line is closer in to the combine there. I think that's where the discrepancy is for this. Maybe it's just this header, but you can see right there it's taking the row outside the line on this side. So that would mean it would leave a row on this side. I wouldn't think that would be the case, since that's the side that it's, I don't know, maybe it's trying to compensate. We'll find out here in just a second. Granted, this is on, not hired worker, this is just the steering part. Steering assist. Wonder if I hired it out now. Or is he gonna try to shift over? He did move over a little bit, didn't he? Yeah, I guess it's different. I guess the tracks are different for the AI versus the steering assist. Yeah, I think it's just that T560 combine that does that. So you can't raise and lower the header if it's on the combine trailer hitch. But if you're on the tractor trailer hitch, you can raise and lower it. That's weird. Alright, while this guy's running, I'm going to take my quick break. And then I'll be back. YouTube, you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next episode. Until the next one, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see you, YouTube.